Hey, what's up everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to Karpo Gaming and another Borderlands 4 video. Well, it's finally here. The reviews are in for Borderlands 4 and it's actually pretty good. But we also have some critics, but that's all good. We're going to go over all of the review scores, the good and the bad in this video. You know what to do. Let's go! Once again, thanks for watching everybody. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. I'll leave a link down below so you can check this out yourself, but Borderlands 4 is sitting at an 84 on Metacritic. Now, right now, we only have PC reviews, so this is what we're going to be basing this off of. Now, we have some good, and we have some quote-unquote bad. But here's the thing, there's not one negative review. That is a beautiful thing. Let's start off with CC Magazine, gave it a 100 and said, "This is Borderlands Perfected, a game that takes the foundation of the series and elevates it in every conceivable way. Funnier, smarter, richer, more thrilling, and absolutely overflowing, with reasons to keep playing long after the credits roll." And Radio Times also gave it a 100 and said, "Sometimes games doesn't need to be deep or thought-provoking at every turn. It just needs to be a blast to play." And I can safely say Borderlands 4 is the most fun I've had in a long time. So GG's right there. Xbox Era also gave it a 100 and said Borderlands 4 is a masterpiece. We also have a 95 from Hook Gamer and said overall Borderlands 4 is a masterful continuation of the series. It honors its roots while daring to venture into new territory, both graphically and mechanically. The diverse and compelling new world of Kyrios combined with the most extensive skill tree and a defined sense of humor makes this a must-play for both long-term Borderlands fans and short-term, of course, as well. Destructoid gave it a 90 and said Borderlands 4 is easily the best in the series when it comes to gameplay and fun factor, and the best overall in the franchise since Borderlands 2. Wow. Digital Trends gave it a 90 and said, "No matter what I'm doing in Borderlands 4, I'm always earning something that offers a new way to strengthen my character's identity. Guns, well, they feel so much better." And he said they feel more distinctive than ever, making the loot grind that much more enticing, which is pretty cool. And PC Gamer said ultimately Borderlands 4 get the crucial things right. Screen Rant gave it a 90 and said the series has officially returned. The looter shooter is back. Dual Shockers gave it a 90 and said I already love the Borderlands franchise, even the third game. You're guaranteed to love the newest addition to this chaotic and bombastic looter shooter. Probably a fan, but that's all good. Borderlands 4 is bigger and badder than ever before. Of course, everybody's giving these high ratings, and far as my opinion, 80s is pretty good for any game, right? Up in 80s is actually pretty nice. Game Informer gave it an 85 and said, though many of the series' core elements remain intact, Gearbox has refined and reconfigured them in such ways the Borderlands 4 rises beyond anything the series has accomplished to this point, making it for a chaotic looter shooter worthy of the series' sterling early 2010 reputation. It's kind of a hint back to Borderlands 2, which was my favorite in the series, which is a really good thing if they're comparing Borderlands 4 to Borderlands 2. GameStar gave it an 83 and said he'll give a little bit of quotes in the future. Game Radar Plus gave it an 80 and said Borderlands 4 extracts the essence of the finale shooter and spins it across the entire game with a staggering amount of guns, allowing for pure carnage, while the game's story and tone fall from those heights. And at times, it simply doesn't matter as much as shooting 6 robots out of the sky with an electrified explosive gun. So yeah, now we're going to get into a little bit more people that have a more objective point of view. VGC gave it an 80, said Borderlands 4 is a great RPG shooter with rewarding, engrossing gameplay. Some of the set dressings, like the bland new characters and pointless grappling hook, takes the shine off a bit, but the sheer amount of fun that they've had with the game can't be overlooked. Borderlands 4 reminds them exactly why they're such big fans of this series. So, a little bit of good and a little bit of gripes, right? IGN gave it an 80 and said Borderlands 4 is a badass open world evolution of a wonderfully unhinged looter shooter series that needed to try something new, and it largely nails it as well. They said the combat is slicker than ever thanks to a new exciting movement option and some interesting enemy designs and entertaining story. The things make it a little fresh in Borderlands 4. Right, so we got some good stuff down over here. Gamer gave it an 80. And Tech Radar gave it an 80 as well. Game Rat said, well, it's great to be able to hop straight into the end game with the new Vault Hunter. Borderlands 4 campaign is so good that it almost feels like you're missing out on doing it. Borderlands 4 got you covered as far as the fun factor is concerned, but we only have a few critical statements. One from GameStop gave it a 70 and said, all in all, if uncovering loot, crafting builds, and unleashing chaotic mayhem is what you're looking for, Borderlands 4 has you covered. It's the most mechanically sound Borderlands game to date, and the various Vault Hunter each present an entertaining opportunity to tackle the game in different ways. Just maybe find a good podcast or video essay to fill in the moments between the shooting and looting. The game's story and characters aren't strong enough to hold your attention on their own, and the game's combat begins to drag once you've seen all the enemy types there are to see. So, a little bit of critical thoughts right there from GameSpot, GG's. And MGG gave it a 7 and said, solidly grounded, Borderlands 4 is a satisfying looter shooter with a quest for the ultimate equipment that will undoubtedly appeal to many players. But the transition to an open world hasn't been entirely smooth, and despite all the nice new features in this installment, it's hard to get overly invested in the planet Curios. Generic activities, erratic difficulty, and an overall pace that's choppy due to too many dialogue sequences somewhat spoils the fun. Is this enough to prevent you from fully enjoying a 100% co-op game with very decent content? Not sure. The answer is no. We're still going to be playing Borderlands 4, that is for sure. I know I'll be getting my hands on this hopefully today or tomorrow, and I'll have some videos coming for you right here at Karpo Gaming. So boom, there you have it. Those are the Metacritic scores so far, at least for PC. And some good, some critical, but all in all, not one negative review. That is a good thing. But for right now, that's pretty much the end of the video. Hope you truly enjoyed. Now, as always, if you're new to the channel, how you doing? Welcome. Don't forget to subscribe. Right here at Karpo Gaming, upload a wide variety of videos ranging from updates, tips and tricks, guides and news, and a whole lot more. So once again, thanks for watching, and as always, I'll be seeing y'all in the next one. Later.